Bullying stereotypes make no sense.
When I was a kid, every movie, show, or book taking place in a school had all of these bullying stereotypes that made no sense and I never saw when I went to school. The first stereotype—
Wait, you know what? That is true, but I thought, like, because it was American movies, it might happen in America. Chat, you know, like like when you watch like school movies that's based in America and they do like the wedges and stuff and like they do like the kid bullying. Does that actually happen in American schools or is that just like exaggerated?
That doesn't make sense to me is people getting bullied for wearing glasses and braces. I don't know if this was just me, but growing up, I was always jealous of kids that wore glasses and had braces. Unfortunately, I was cursed with 20/20 vision and straight teeth, but when I saw these kids with their cool glasses frames and their colorful braces, I straight up felt like I was in an RPG with wood armor and everyone else was dripped out to the max.
Hey, listen. Hey, chat, listen. I'm from the UK, bro. Everybody had braces. Nobody got bullied for braces. No one. Or glasses. Did anyone in your schools get bullied for that? Bro, I did have to deal with one bully before, chat. Until my mom sorted it out. My mom went to the house. If you're watching this, fuck you. Right? We called her Kirsty the Strangler. I think I told you this story before. She was called Kirsty the Strangler. She would to be fair, she was bigger than the boys. She pretty much looked like a boy, yeah? And for some weird reason, she would have run around strangling all the boys. She was terrifying. She was terrifying. And then I told my mom that she was strangling me, and then my mom went absolutely crazy. She went up to school and everything.
Also, every time I'm watching a show and someone's getting bullied for wearing glasses, the go-to insult is four eyes.
Arthur's a four eyes. Arthur's a four eyes.
Like, seriously?
Yo, people did say that in my school, but like it was more like a joke. It wasn't like in the sense of bullying.
That's the best y'all could come up with? If you wear glasses, how do you even take offense to someone calling you four eyes? Like, that's the weakest insult I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's
and
not really
insults
an
for
insult.
braces aren't much better. Metal mouth? That actually sounds super intimidating. It sounds like a nickname for a heavyweight boxer that exclusively wears grills. And I'm sure back when people wore headgear and had super dorky glasses, they got made fun of, but that was dinosaur times. Like, glasses and braces have been cool for like at least 15 years. Another stereotype that makes no sense to me was like when kids would get made fun of for doing well in school. Like, you know what I'm talking about? In movies and shows, they'd be the Ben Shapiro looking kids that would try super hard in their...
You know what? I feel like some kids in my school, they would get bullied for being smart, which is so stupid. Like, when you think about it now, chat, that is dumb. Like, how you bullying someone because they're smart? Joe, chat, isn't it weird though? Isn't it weird? Like, listen to this, right? So in school, if you were smart, you would get bullied for being smart. But then when you leave school, like immediately when you leave school and you're dumb, you get pretty much like, not bullied, but taken the mick out of for being dumb. Like it just reverses, don't it? It completely switches instantly.
Classes, and then they'd get made fun of for caring about their grades and future. I'm pretty sure this stereotype is based on like no real world evidence. Like when I grew up, the most popular kids were also really good students. It's just that they didn't look like this. They just looked like normal kids. You know it's possible to have a high GPA while also dressing well and not being a socially awkward weirdo? I'm pretty sure intelligence has always been celebrated throughout history. Like, I have no clue where this came from. If there's any unks watching this video, please comment down below if there was ever a time in history when people got made fun of for trying in school. Also, I think we've become...
Yeah, no, but like, yo, being dumb is actually a dumb thing. It's like in school. Because like, chat, I'm not gonna lie, like chat, you know me, I'm a smart guy. Right? Say yes. Say yes. But I did struggle in school. Do you know what I mean? And I was an idiot in school. I'm a smart guy now, but most of the other dumb people in my school are now working really bad jobs. And they probably regret it massively. You know what I'm saying?
Super liberal with the use of the word bullying. Like sometimes it's not bullying, but just teenagers being teenagers. When I was in middle school, kids would just call each other the most vile insults. Like the lunch table was basically just a COD lobby, but I wouldn't consider it bullying because everyone was participating.
Yo, if you ever experience a Modern Warfare 2 COD lobby, oh my God. Oh my God. Like if you ever experience that, nothing would affect you. Bro, that was hectic. I think if we're talking about bullying, I think that's where I got bullied the most. I think that's where I personally got bullied the most. But then again, you don't really see it as bullying. But I got taken the piss out of the most. Like, I heard the craziest shit. I was a squeaker. Like, man, and these grown-ass men would absolutely rip into me. Like, I thought these guys was going to come to my house and kill me. I thought they was already in my house. Like, bro, it was terrifying, man. They was telling me my address and everything. I was terrified.
In a weird sense, it was kind of wholesome. I grew up in a pretty diverse place, but the only thing that really annoyed me about middle school was that we'd have these roast battles in the middle of class where everyone would just go around roasting each other's ethnic stereotypes, that part alone is fun. But my problem was most 12-year-olds' geographical knowledge was awful. Like, I'm of Indian descent, but people would roast me using Middle Eastern stereotypes, and I kind of had to like hold their hand while they were roasting me and give them a geography lesson. Like, no, don't roast me for that, roast me for this. The next stereotype that makes no sense to me would be all of the ways bullies torment their victims in media. Like, let's start out with the most iconic, the wedgie. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you're a dude and someone
Valkyrie, appreciate the raid. How was your stream, Valkyrie?
wedgies you and you just take that and do nothing about it, maybe you deserve.
Yo, I don't think wedging was actually a thing, like, for bullies. Wedging only happens with your friends. Chat, have you ever seen anyone random wedgie someone random that aren't friends? That only happens. You know what? Like, these bullying stereotypes, they only come to true when it's with your friend. Oh, it is a thing? What? Like, wait, what? Glad you had a good stream, Valkyrie. Wait, it is a thing? Like, what? Random people will bully people by actually wedging them? Really? Oh, that's so weird. So you're telling me a big bully will go up to someone random and just wedgie them because they don't like them? Oh, what? That's weird, bro. Mate, if someone did that to me to try and bully me, I'd literally turn around to them and be like, mate, I just took a shit in my underwear and you put all your fingers up in that. How embarrassing would that be?
Maybe you deserve to get wedgied, bro. Like, if I ever have a son and he gets wedgied, I'm going to tell him he is obligated to start throwing hands immediately. No matter how much bigger the kid is, you simply cannot take that. I personally never saw anyone get wedgied during my time in school, and I think it's because most guys know that if they try that on another dude, they're not just gonna take that lying down like there's some nerd in a TV show. Now let's move on to stuffing kids.
No, chat, are you sure you see people get wedged? Like, that aren't friends. Like, I've seen friends wedgie other friends, but I've not seen... What? That's so weird. That's such a weird, like, cartoony bully type thing, bro. That's weird, man. That's what you see in cartoons. I didn't think it actually happened.
In lockers, bro. What? My high school didn't have any lockers, and in middle school the lockers were too small to stuff anybody in. But I'm gonna be real, even in places with full-size lockers, I doubt anyone's actually getting stuffed in a locker.
There's no way.
Like, you know how hard it would be to shove someone into a locker and then try to close the door on them? If you get stuffed in a locker, you probably want to, bro. Then we got swirlies.
Yo, that would be terrifying, man. Imagine imagine a bully coming down the corridor, picks you up and just puts you in a locker. Just locks you in a locker.
Which is like bordering on a CIA level human rights violation. I've never heard of anyone getting swirlied, but if that happened to you, like, I genuinely feel bad for you. Like, that's actually messed up. But it's so mythically evil that it's hard for me to believe that it was ever like a predominant bullying tactic. Now,
nah, surely if you did this to someone, then you're getting kicked out of school ASAP. That's disgusting, bro.
That it's hard for me to believe that it was ever like a predominant bullying tactic. Now let's talk about hornets. If you don't know what hornets are, they're basically when you roll a piece of paper super tightly and then wrap it with tape, and then with a rubber band you launch this lethal projectile at unsuspecting classmates. I remember
Oh, this definitely happens. People in the UK did this. See, that's one type of bullying that you would see in the UK. It's like people would get whatever these are, like with elastic bands, put stuff in it and start shooting it at like the nerds and shit.
After being 8, when my older brother showed me what a hornet was, he asked me to take off my shirt and turn around, and at point blank range, he launched a hornet at my back at full force. At that moment, I fully understood why they called it a hornet, because it left a red mark on my back for 2 weeks. Safe to say, I showed all of my friends at school what a hornet was after that, and we'd play this game.
Hey, why did, as soon as they say hornet, James immediately laugh? James, you definitely was shooting everyone with these hornets, right? You definitely was shooting everyone.
Where we'd launch hornets at each other in class while the teacher was talking in an attempt to get each other to scream randomly in class. And I'm telling you, there is nothing funnier than one of your friends going, "Ah!" in the middle of class while the teacher is going over the Pythagorean theorem. But back to bullying. No one gets bullied harder in school than the teachers. Like, I definitely had some teachers I didn't like, but
you know what? That's actually true. That's actually true when you think about it. Like, I remember in my school, bro. Oh my God, I feel so bad. But like, you're just a dumb kid. And like, when the whole class is doing it, you join in not realizing. But literally, a teacher ran out the room crying and never came back. Because like, she couldn't control the class. She could not control the class whatsoever.
Jeez, some kids would say the most vile stuff about teachers because they got a bad grade or got assigned some extra homework. And I think because kids are just evil by nature and don't feel empathy for their fellow man, they'll just create rumors about their teacher.
Nah, when you think about it, chat, I feel so bad for the subs. Because whenever you get a substitute teacher, it don't matter what lesson, whatever, that means you get to do nothing in class. Was that the same in America? It don't matter what class it is. If you get a sub teacher, everybody in that class just don't listen to the teacher, does whatever they want. They're just, yeah. It's like the teacher's not even there. You just don't care.
Teachers that are just way too out of pocket and borderline should be illegal to say that about someone. I remember some kids found out my 8th grade basketball coach got a DUI, and within hours his mugshot was all over Snapchat. No. People were roasting him so hard, and the craziest part was he was completely oblivious to it. No one would speak of it to his face, so as far as he was concerned, no one knew about it. High-key, being a teacher is kind of scary because you gotta know that a lot of your students are just gonna be Googling your information online because kids kind of have no boundaries. Speaking of boundaries, you know what's boundless? Space. And you know what's in space? Stars. And you know what happens on stars? Wars. And
Star Wars, yes. Yo, do you know what's crazy now though? Is like, yo, now times are just different. Like, kids are actually brutal, bro. Like, I've heard about a school near me, because like of kids going to it, right? And my nephew and stuff, and literally, like, they're making fake Instagram accounts of the teachers and putting like porn up and shit, or like they're finding like their like bikini photos and editing in it, so like they're naked. Like, bro, it's brutal. Like, kids nowadays with like social media and that, yo, I would not want to be a teacher, bro. Especially with like AI and shit. Like, you could turn anyone naked with AI now. Oh, it's brutal, man.
You know who likes Star Wars? Nerd. Everybody. Because for the past decade or so, nerd culture is cool. I think this is the only bullying...
Wait, yo, is he calling me a fucking nerd? Wait, did I just experience some sort of bullying right there? Hell no, bro.
stereotype that has any sort of actual validity behind it. For a long time, people with nerdy obsessions were ostracized from society. Like, you know those soy kids that are super into like Battlestar Galactica despite knowing like nothing about astronomy and have a physique that makes them look like they'd pass out from walking up a staircase? For a long time, I'm sure those type of kids were ostracized from the other kids at school. I mean, anime didn't even become mainstream in the West until like the last 10 years. These days, you literally have rappers from Houston cosplaying. I wonder how nerds who grew up in the late 2000s feel. Like, you guys just missed out on being cool. Like, these days, if you play Minecraft and watch anime, you're definitely gonna find friends, and if you're not hideous, you can probably find a girlfriend also. If you graduated in like 2010, 2011, you just missed out on being cool. Like, I graduated in 2023, and one of the kids I knew in high school that pulled the most played Valorant all day and was like 5'5". Society has like completely culturally shifted.
Wait, is that true now, chat? Is that actually true though? Like, cause like a lot of us are nerds. You know what I'm saying? But like in school, there was a big difference between a nerd and then like a hidden nerd. But now most people are just nerds. Do you know what I'm saying? So now it like don't matter. Like if you go to school now and you're like, hey, what are you doing when you go home? Oh, I'm gonna play some Minecraft or watch some anime. I don't think anyone will be like, ha, nerd. You know what I mean? Being a nerd is cool now. Yeah, but like back 20 years ago, if you said that, you might get bullied. You probably will get bullied. In your school, the bad thing was being a theater kid. What's a theater kid? People still definitely get bullied for anime. Really? Nah, there's no way. Most people watch anime. Well, not most people, but like a lot of people do.
Like the last 7 years or so. School hierarchies don't exist anymore. That's why
like, chat, would you consider me a nerd when I have like, you know, Star Wars arcade machines, Star Wars tattoos? You know what I'm saying? Am I a nerd? I feel like no one's a nerd no more. Like the kind of like word of nerd is just like gone out the window, really. I don't feel like nerding. Like yeah, you can say someone's a nerd, but like I don't think it's that deep anymore. Like it's not really. No one's really bothered. Do you know what I mean? More geek than nerd. Yes, nerd don't have the same thing like it used to. Yeah.
Never understood these rich high school shows. Like, I can make an entire video about this, but I think you know what I'm talking about. You know, these shows where the rich, popular teens at school navigate the hardships of being rich, popular, and attractive in upper class America. Like, bro, who is actually relating to this? And follow me on Instagram. I'm posting there once we hit 20,000 subs.
To be fair, we're all nerds. That's why it don't matter, bro. Because everyone's got a nerdy thing they like. You know what I mean? Like, chat, look at James. Biggest nerd